Say over the last 5 years or so, I've been more spiritual or open to spirituality, accepting that this plane that we're on, there has to be something more. There has to be some form of creator and so on and so forth. So kind of just looking into that, giving support, just being respectful. I just found a lot of my natural practices sat with a lot of like my friends, Muslim themselves. So again, I started to kind of look into more just their culture, the things that they do day to day. And like I said, it just resonated with me. I remember going to the mosque, I think it was last year, for Eid, in support of my girlfriend and a couple of my friends. And we've gone to the mosque, and it was just a very peaceful place. It allowed me to manifest and meditate almost. It was just put me in a very nice state.
Mm.
Um, and looking into their practices, I really do feel like they dedicate to that art of kind of staying there. Whereas for me, I was raised Christian, even though
Mhm.
again a lot of people around me didn't really do anything. They were just maybe baptized when they were younger, and some of my family members go to church on Sundays, and that was it. It didn't really feel like there was much more to it than that. Some people would, do like church services and give a little bit of money. But again, for me, when I look at Islam and look at the practices of what people do, there's a lot more dedication. And like the fact, even just the fact of praying 5 times a day, and just kind of, it's really humbling that, with the kind of practices that they have to do. Looking into the future, I've always thought to myself, I would love my household to not have a conflict of anything, and just
Mm.
have myself and my partner kind of speaking from the same sheet, and basically raising our children to follow our practices, so to speak. But I would always, me personally anyway, would always want, when my children get to a certain age, for them to go and research things themselves as well. And more so look at how I live as an example versus me forcing this thing down the throat. This is my journey specifically. It's more for me. I'm not, and I wouldn't push it onto anybody. Even though I know I'm gonna have so much influence on my children, I wouldn't force this upon them. I would just lead by example, and in hope that they would, wanna join that kind of behavior and practices as well. But yeah, no, I just find myself here now. I've still got so much to learn. But for the meantime, it's just I've just got here, and now, just step by step, adding certain behaviors and patterns to my life. I'm very disciplined in certain areas, but very undisciplined in a lot of other areas. The consistency